Hello Red Devils, welcome. Subscribe to the channel, comment and leave a like to strengthen the channel. Manchester United had their worst start to a season since 1989. At that time, Sir Alex Ferguson, long before he was awarded a knighthood, faced difficult times in his role. The current team led by Erik ten Hag is facing a crisis, having collected just 9 points from their first 7 matches, suffering a disheartening 1-0 defeat to Crystal Palace last Saturday. In 1989, Ferguson's men managed just 7 points in a period that included a shocking and infamous 5-1 defeat to Manchester City at Main Road. At that time, United's squad was packed with talent such as Paul Ince, Brian Robson, Gary Pallister, Steve Bruce, Brian McClare and Mark Hughes. However, at that moment, Ferguson's team were unable to recapture the magic that saw him win the Cup Winners' Cup with Aberdeen 6 years earlier, despite having talent at their disposal. Remarkably, only 2 of Manchester United's current players were born at that time. Johnny Evans was just 1 year old, and experienced reserve goalkeeper Tom Heaton was 3 years old. In the bigger picture of 1989, music fans were enjoying Black Box's Ride on Time, which was topping the UK music charts. The film, Lethal Weapon 2, starring Mel Gibson, led the box office. In politics, Margaret Thatcher was in her 10th year as Prime Minister, while Neil Kinnock led the opposition. Fans spent an average of £1.06 for a pint, perhaps to drown their sorrows over United's performance. Joel Glazer, the club's current co-owner, had just graduated from university that year whilst the club was still under the ownership of Martin Edwards. The triumph over Arsenal in that turbulent period was one of 2 victories in the first 7 matches, with the other being a 5-1 victory over Millwall with a Hughes hat-trick. However, they also drew with Crystal Palace and suffered defeats to Derby, Norwich, Everton and Manchester City. United finished 13th in the Premier League table and were knocked out of the League Cup in the 3rd round. The FA Cup turned out to be a source of comfort, with the victory over Nottingham Forest in the 3rd round being credited as the moment that saved Ferguson's job in January 1990. It marked the beginning of a highly successful era for the club, under Ferguson, with 13 Premier League titles, 2 Champions Leagues, 5 FA Cups, 4 League Cups and 1 Cup Winners' Cup won during his tenure. Erik ten Hag, Manchester United's current manager, hopes to overcome this difficult phase and not follow Ferguson's path, needing a miraculous turnaround like Mark Robins at that time to keep his job. Thank you.